Nolazine, make them scream.
Yo, fuck poppin', it's your boy 4 AM. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in on my dog, Nolazine TV.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell everybody where you from.
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Originally from North Memphis, but I bounced around and shit. I lived in several other cities and I did a whole bunch of back and forth from Arkansas and shit like that. So I'm really from around the way, but originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
And so shit, you've been around the whole South, huh?
Yeah, down there.
So tell us actually, what brought you all the way down here? I can't get it out. I gotta say it again. So tell us what actually brought you down here,
to New Orleans.
the Big Easy, New Orleans.
Shit, really, it was a whole bunch of bullshit that really went down for real, for me to move to New Orleans. I actually was already planning on, moving down here, like when I was still in high school type shit. Like I was gonna cut hair and shit like that, but I moved out here and I realized I ain't really had no passion for like cutting hair. Like that just was like a hobby to me type shit. Like some shit I just felt like shit was gonna be cool to do or whatever. But I've been doing music like all my life, like on some just growing up in church and shit like that. But I had got into it with my pops and shit, and I ended up getting kicked out when I was like 19. I was staying in New Jersey. I was living out there for like 2-3 years. Then I got down. Me and my pops got into it, but that's what kind of made me like move out here type shit. Like I reached out to my family and shit out here, cause like nigga was homeless and shit out there. So like nigga had to move out here and just make shit right. And I've been out here ever since. I've been living in New Orleans for like 4-5 years.
Okay, so growing up, who influenced you to actually get? Who influenced you to actually become one of the music artists?
Shit, really, like I said, like I grew up in church, so like music just like been in me since I was like young type shit. Since I was a kid, like 4-5 years old, like growing up playing the drums. And my sister was actually an artist, like she was singing, like we used to go church from church. And I played the drums for her and shit, like everywhere she went and like performed it and shit. So I'll probably say my sister for real, like my biggest inspiration. Cause everything she was doing, like I'm doing it now. Like,
Okay. So tell us, how did you actually come up? With your music name?
How I came up with 4 AM?
Yeah.
That shit, it's crazy cause like I really was going by Lil Memphis at first, but I ain't even give myself that name. I got that from like my partners and shit out there up north in New Jersey and shit. Like I told everybody I was from Memphis, so like everybody started calling me Memphis. And like I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm from Memphis, so that shit was like weird to me, like what the hell? So I started doing music around like my senior year. Like I started kind of like dibbling and dabbling in it, but like not really taking it serious, but I just started fucking with it. And like they started calling me Lil Memphis, like they added the Lil on it. So I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta stick with that shit. But then I moved to New Orleans and I was in the garage one night and I was like writing music and shit. Like, I'd be in there like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, write music or whatever, listen to beats. My manager Ray had came in there on some random shit. I guess he heard me or whatever. And like he came and he was like, damn, like you always up at like, 4 o'clock, them niggas about to start calling you 4 AM, like. And like he said it on some playing shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that shit low key hard, like. So like that shit just stuck in my head, and like probably like 2 weeks after that, I ended up changing it.
Cause guess what? But I can imagine the whole New Orleans. Oh, but they go to Little Memphis. It was doing it the whole time.
I ain't never really liked that shit for real. I just felt obligated to stick with it, cause like everybody was already calling me that, so I'm like, gotta stick with this shit or something. But I ended up changing that shit.
But the crazy part is, even you being from like Memphis, you don't actually have the sound like all the way like from Memphis.
Right, because I've been around. I've been around, right.
Because the M word, like every Memphis artist,
Breezy, like
and like everybody talk the same, like they can't help it.
Yeah, they can't help it. That's just how they talk.
Yeah. Okay. So tell the world, what's an average day like for you?
Shit, really, I try to just stay locked in with music, like in all aspects, whether it's like networking or, you know, on Instagram doing little shit or just really just on some music shit. I'm all about music, bro. Other than that, I'm boring as hell. I don't like really doing shit for real, for real.
Okay. And so, tell us, do you have any like brand new projects coming out?
I actually just dropped an EP, I think in December, called Trapped in My Thoughts, and then it was like 5 songs, and then I added a deluxe recently, January. I think it was in January, and I added like 4 more songs, so it was like 9 songs total. So shit, that shit out, y'all can go tap in on that shit. This shit on all platforms, Trapped in My Thoughts, on everything.
Okay. And so, do you have any features on there?
No features.
Okay. So, tell us actually what separates you from other artists.
I really try to really just talk about shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? It's like just what I've been through growing up, and you know, losing people and losing close family members and shit like that, and just a whole bunch of like drama in the family, like just real shit that motherfuckers can relate to. Like it ain't on no just spin your block and kill it. Like ain't even on that tight time. Like it's on some real shit, like some real life situations, being homeless, being kicked out, you know what I'm saying, having money stole from you from your own pops and shit like that, like mama dying at 13, getting kicked out at 19, being homeless, sleeping on the street for a day and a half, and bouncing from crib to crib, couch to couch, sleeping on niggas' floors, all that kind of shit. So when you tap in, you just gonna really get like some real shit. And it's undeniable too, the shit a vibe, like shit undeniable.
Okay, so just being kicked out, staying on the streets, and just everything you have actually went through. Do you feel like that actually motivate you?
Hell yeah.
To just go harder and just like, man, shit, I gotta make it.
Hell yeah, that's what really made me start taking music serious. Like once I got homeless and like I don't know, like something just told me like I gotta tap in, like, and I just gotta really do it, like. Fuck all the opinions and like, cause at this point I don't really got shit to lose. Like now I'm homeless. Like I gotta goddamn lock in and take this shit serious for myself and like believe in myself, and like that shit really made me like really just believe in myself. Like I got closer to God, like all kind of shit. Like cause that shit like sparked a crazy light bulb in my head. Like bro, I just gotta take that shit serious. And like that shit been moving along pretty good too. So
okay. So being in the music industry for a while now, tell us what you actually enjoy most about it, and tell us what you actually hate about it.
What I enjoy most about it, the creating process. I like creating music, being in the studio all the time, and like just going in there and just seeing how I feel, and just putting that shit all out. Like, cause I can be thinking about something for like a whole week, and like that shit be on my mind, on my heart, real heavy. And like I just go in the studio. That shit really like therapy. Like it's like just going there, just talking, just venting. Like the mic don't talk back, so it's like it's just letting me get off shit off my chest and just let that shit out. And then when I hear it back, I be like, damn, like that's really how I was feeling. Like just saying all that shit. That's why it's so easy for me to go in there and come up with shit, cause I ain't really making it up type shit. It's like some shit I really been through. But the shit I hate about it, I'd probably say like just the having to like be a character or something. Like I ain't really like no character type nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what you get is what you see. Like that's me. Like everything. Like I ain't really on it. That's the only thing I don't really like about that shit for real. But other than that, that shit you gotta deal with and just be able to just be comfortable being uncomfortable. So that's really like what I'm still learning.
Okay. So tell your fans, what's your favorite song that you have released so far, and I want you to tell them why.
I'd probably say Trapped in My Thoughts. That's the name of Take Two, but it's actually a song on there called Trapped in My Thoughts. But I'd probably say that one. And why? Because like it kind of just sums up like everything, like all the little, the pain and shit, like everything I went through. It just, I feel like you go listen to that song, like you're gonna get like a whole blueprint of like, you know what I'm saying, like my life and like type shit. It's like a documentary in a song type shit.
Okay. So moving to New Orleans and being here for like 4 years now, do you feel like you have to move out of Louisiana? Once your music career actually reach a certain milestone?
Most definitely. Absolutely. I want to move to probably Atlanta or some shit. Some shit where I can just go and just work and just, be comfortable. But you gotta be on your P's and Q's everywhere you move. That shit really don't matter. But yeah, I would definitely move out of Louisiana. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. And so being one artist coming from, from Memphis and Jersey, do you feel like you have a good support system here in New Orleans? For music wise?
Yeah, I feel like the support system cool. Could it be better? Yeah, but you just gotta, just keep working and really don't worry about that. I try not to really worry about that shit for real. Cause that shit that, fuck with your mind and your spirit, and you just looking at motherfuckers funny, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even want to be like that. I try to be on some positive shit. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody reach their goals and, take care of their family and take care of themselves. Because that's just the tight time I'm on, some positive shit.
Okay. But, we want you to name, your top 5 greatest music artists of all time. And they can be dead or alive.
Top 5. Let me see. Michael Jackson. My mama was putting me on, bro, every day when I was a kid. I say Michael Jackson. I don't really even got no order for real. I'm just name 5 motherfuckers I guess I fuck with type shit. Michael Jackson. I'd probably say T-Pain. I fuck with T-Pain. That nigga the auto-tune guy, he first, you know what I'm saying? In my eyes, that nigga, shit was a vibe. And I knew this shit when I was 8, 9, this shit a vibe. Let me see who else. Goddamn Drake. I fuck with Drake, cause he was the first nigga I seen do that melodic rap and then some real rap shit at the same time, on the same beat, same song type shit. That shit was different. I feel that's why that nigga just blew up the way he did. That shit was just hard. It was different. How many did it? 3? What I said, yeah, that's 3. 2 more. Let me see. I'd probably say Marvin Sapp. That's a gospel nigga. I fuck with Marvin.
Definitely, you the first artist ever to actually, name somebody a gospel on here. I just want to do that. Yeah.
Damn, these niggas need to go to church. These niggas need to go to church, man. But
shit, I think half of them know Marvin Sapp.
They know the song for sure. They probably just don't know the actual how he looking, But I'm definitely sure they know the song for sure. But last person I'd probably say Beyonce.
Okay. So, if you could date any female entertainer or music artist in the industry right now, who would it be? And also, tell us why.
I'd probably say, I'd probably say goddamn, I ain't gonna lie, probably Lotto. Miss Mulatto.
Oh, Big Lotto?
Yeah.
Okay. So, has there ever been one point in your music career when you just wanted to give up?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every artist, go through them stages. Cause when shit ain't really, working out and shit ain't happening fast enough. You know what I'm saying? You seeing everybody else take out, but you ain't take out. That shit get to an artist. You know what I'm saying? We human. We got emotions, feelings, all kind of shit. So, but you just gotta, surround yourself with people that want to see you win. And people that's gonna push you, people that ain't gonna let you give up even if you try. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'd say about that, for real.
Okay. So tell us, where do you see your music career going? Tell us where your music career going 3 years from now.
Wherever God wanted to go. Okay. I can't tell the future. I'm just working. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna happen. That's why I ain't really even worried about that. I can't control the future. I just can't control what's going on now. And shit, I'm just, keep working.
Okay. So what's your advice to a younger artist that's trying to follow your footsteps?
Shit, keep going. Work hard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, keep God first. You can't lose. You can't lose. Keep God first. Pray for what you want, speaking into existence. Cause you know, having a positive mindset, that shit like real powerful and like real deal. Like just sitting there and just talking to God and like letting him know everything you want. He already know what you want before you ask for it. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to put in the work too at the same time. Cause he gonna do 50% of it, and you got to match it. You got to put your 50% in, and he gonna, you know what I'm saying, guide you on the right path. Just keep going at whatever you're doing, even if it ain't on the music shit. Just keep going, work hard, and you know, keep God first. You can't lose.
Okay. So tell us, I'm like, what's next for you? And do you plan on, you know, like start your own like record label, with your own merch,
Like in the future type shit?
yeah, like having big features, I'm like, et cetera, et cetera.
Shit. I'd probably say what's next for me, really just being consistent. Like just being more consistent, putting out shit, you know, dropping shit on a consistently basis, like, you know what I'm saying, like just putting it out there, putting it in their face, like, you know what I'm saying, just being consistent. But I definitely do want to start my own record label, like once I'm able to do that, like for sure. Cause I feel like I got a good ear for music. Like I be finding niggas before they blow up, a year before, 5-6 months before. Like I already be knowing. Like I can see that shit. So like I definitely feel like I have one of the best record labels ever in life. Cause I got a good ear for music.
Okay. And also, but last but not least, I'm telling everyone, I'm like, what can they find you on your social media? It's just other like music platforms.
4 AM on everything. The number 4 AYEM on everything. All platforms, everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that.
All right, we're done.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.